Okay, this week I'm going to be describing a tool from the book The Tools by Phil Stutz and Barry Michels. I made a video about the book The Tools a couple of weeks ago, and I said I was going to go into the individual tools, so that's what I'm doing today. And I'm going to start with this tool called the Grateful Flow. The reason that I'm choosing this tool to start with is because this is probably the easiest of all the tools to use. Anyone watching this video can start to use this tool every single day, multiple times per day, and it only takes about 5 to 10 seconds to use. So there's no downside to using this, so it'll just make your life 1% better if you start to do this. And so this is the tool. I'm going to describe it now. So this is the cues to use the tool. In other words, when should you use this tool? And I got this from their website, by the way. So the cues to use the tool: use the grateful flow immediately whenever you are attacked by negative thoughts. If unchallenged, negative thinking will just get stronger. Use the tool anytime your mind becomes undirected, like when you're on a phone call, stuck in traffic, or standing in line at the store. Or another strategy is you can turn specific times into cues to using the tool. Like you can be like, right, every time I wake up I'm going to use this tool, or just before I go to bed I'm going to use this tool. But really, start using it every day, especially if you're the kind of person who is a bit negative. You know, you might be this kind of person who's always like happy and grateful anyway. And the thing is, that's the thing, these tools, they're not like, they're probably things that you already do anyway. Like everyone like sometimes feels grateful, don't they? But this is just like a tool to sort of make you feel that sense of gratitude every day. So there were the cues to use the tool. Okay. Now what do you do? So when you have that cue to use the tool, which is like, for me it's when like I just feel a bit negative or down, and it happens every day, no matter like how rich you are or like how well your life is going. Sometimes you just sort of have this sort of black cloud come up, and that's for me when I think, oh, I'm going to use the tool now. So what you do is, number one, you list what you're grateful for. Silently say to yourself specific things in your life that you're grateful for, particularly items that you normally take for granted. Go slowly and feel the gratitude for each item. Don't use the same items repeatedly. Stretch for new ones. Feel the sensation of gratefulness. After about 30 seconds, stop thinking and focus on the physical sensations of gratefulness. You'll feel it coming directly from your heart. This energy you feel is the grateful flow. Connect to the source. As this energy emanates from your heart, your chest will soften and open. In this state, you will feel an overwhelming presence approach you, filled with the power of infinite giving. You've made a connection to the source. All those like words like source and stuff like that, if you're not into that, then don't worry about it. It's just, if you don't like the word source, then think of it as just a feeling, a good feeling. So for me, it might be like I'm feeling a bit negative about like my life, and then I think, all right, what can 3 things that I'm grateful for? Well, I'm grateful that I've got 2 sources of income now. I didn't have that last year. I've got a job and I do gigs, so that's one thing that's good. I think that, you know, I'm happy with the music that I'm making at the moment. I've got something to sort of give me meaning in life. That's one thing. And third thing I'm grateful for is it's summer. So that and then I'd be like, any time during the day when I feel a bit down, I can just think about that, and automatically it just puts me in a good mood. And there is no downside to doing this. If you just like, I can't. Is there any downside to feeling more grateful? If you're a grateful person, you just come across as cooler to other people. Nobody likes a fucking negative, whingy person, do they? It just turns people off. And not only that, it's like, even if you're on your own, it's just better if you feel grateful and kind of light about life. And yeah, so there's no downside to it. Okay, the higher force that you're invoking. So each of these tools in the book, the tools, they invoke a higher force. So it says here, the higher force that you're invoking by using this tool is the source. Far from being indifferent to us, there's a higher force in the universe that created us and remains intimately involved with our well-being. We call that higher energy the source. The experience of its overwhelming power dissolves all negativity. Gratefulness is the way you perceive the source. You can start using this tool today. Use it dozens of times per day if necessary. Any one of the cues to use that are described above. Yeah, that's it really. And just again, don't overthink this. It's not a magic pill. It won't like eliminate any problems from your life. It's just like one of those things that will make your life 1% better. And don't fall into the trap that I did, which is, don't try and like disprove this and be like, I'm going to try this for a bit and then I'm going to be like, no, that didn't work for me. Just take it as like something, it's similar to any other tool that you might use. For example, say if I'm going to work and I know I'm going to forget something that I need to bring to work, I'll just leave that thing by the door so that I don't forget it. That's a tool, right? It's not like if someone explained to use that tool, you wouldn't try and disprove it, would you? Like, no, I tried that for a bit. I tried leaving my keys by the door to remember, and no, I'm not going to do that anymore. Everyone does things like this. So it's just kind of a way to make these things like being more grateful something that just you do automatically every day. And then after a few months of doing it, you might just find that you're doing it all the time and you just feel consistently better. Okay, that's it. I'll see you next week.